Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and I've got a couple of open boxes to share with you right now. First, I've got something a little bit longer. This is going to be GSA Dollar that I featured a couple weeks ago in one of my videos, and I wanted to take a look and see how it would come back. Decided to go ahead and send it in. Real flashy fields, very nice coin, all around. Just a pretty piece. And NGC agreed with me. They called it an MS65. So that's exactly the grade I was hoping it would come back. You know, you'll always take the higher grade, right? But that's a good grade. 65, real pleasing coin. It goes from about $400 to about $600, something like that, maybe 700. And so that's a good coin and a good grade. All right, so this 1805 bust half dollar, you may recall, also was in a video that I had put together asking whether or not I should send it in. I felt like it was a very fine, and I had a lot of feedback of people who said, well, it's probably just a fine, could be a very fine. I like all the details up in the clouds and the strong e pluribus unum sign. So overall, I liked it. I thought all the hair details would come back a very fine. And it came back a very fine. Details. Cleaned. So it does have, really fine hairlines. Usually they're a little bit more forgiving on earlier U.S. coinage. I would never call this coin clean. That it's, a lot of those hairlines are just from wear. They're not really from somebody cleaning the coin. It really doesn't have that bright of an appearance in person. So, all right, next I think showed this coin previously, 1864 2-cent piece. One of the nicest ones I've had color-wise. It has that spot on the back, which of course will stop it from grading really high. The rest of the coin, though, is a very, very pleasing coin, both in color and in strike. Just really a pretty coin. So overall, I was pretty pleased with this one. Look at those fields are a little bit reflective even. This is 63 red brown. I think it's a fair grade. It's not a full red. It's got those spots, but color-wise, man, eye appeal is fantastic on that coin. Probably a couple $100 the way it is. If you get this same coin without that spot, it's probably a grade or two higher. And also, if this coin grades, can we edit that out? If it grades a full red instead of a red brown, it's at least $100 more. So really a nice coin overall. One of the nicest 2-cent pieces I've had. All right, peace dollars. I was sending some stuff in, and I thought I'd send in a couple peace dollars with them because I really liked the look that some of these had. This is a 22 from Denver, and the peace dollar mint marks are down here behind the eagle's tail. Really hard to see those tiny little guys. Overall, I really like this coin. I thought it could come back as 64. It came back as 63. Really a pretty coin. Peace dollars I find hard to sell in mint state unless they're certified. For some reason, that seems to be where the market's going on peace dollars right now. So I'm happy with that one. Would have liked it to come back a grade higher. 22Ds aren't super rare. Now, this is a 26D. And, it looks very similar to the other coin we just looked at, only it's got this little bit of, what would you say, a little bit of a rough spot over here on the edge. So that's going to discount the grade a little bit. By the way, I'm really intrigued. Now you tell me after you see that, are they going to net grade that? I mean, does that look like to you that somebody was doing some type of cleaning or whatever, or trying to get rid of a spot, almost like an eraser mark? So really, they probably should have net graded this coin, but they called it a 61. And sometimes you'll talk to dealers and they'll tell you that, well, they don't, sometimes they'll net grade a coin by actually just giving it a lower grade instead of saying, you know, VF details cleaned, it would have just said fine. And I'm not really sure. Coins like this make me think that, but then at other times I wonder, because they're really quick to put details grades on coins. So that one really, it was graded fairly. Probably should have held off on that one. 27, 1927. This one, these are hard to get nice, strong, uncirculated 27s. I see a lot of what you'd call a slider. A slider is where the coin isn't actually uncirculated, but has a lot of the appearance of a coin that's uncirculated. And this coin here, lovely, really lovely coin, and it came back my least favorite grade, mint state 62. This is kind of like where I feel sometimes the grading company didn't want to commit to a 63. There's no reason to not call this coin a 63. It doesn't have any distracting marks. It's really pretty. It's not a raging beauty. I mean, I'm not asking for a 64 or 65 out of this thing, but if you compare it to the 22D, they're both very comparable type coins. A lot of little contact marks, but overall really clean. Anyway, it is what it is, as they say. And I've got one more coin for you here, and it came back in a body bag. So let's take a closer look at that. 1859 San Francisco Mint quarter. Very, very scarce coin. And this is obviously corroded. We knew it was corroded when we sent it in, and we knew it would come back details grade. But for some reason, they went ahead and said altered surface not encapsulated. This is something I'm going to have to look into more, because I just had a coin come back a couple weeks ago, that 1926S Buffalo nickel, that if you looked at it, yeah, it had something wrong with the surface, but it would have been good to have it in a holder, even if the holder was, once again, one of these holders where it tells you the grade and then tells you that it's been, cleaned or altered surface. I also may consider sending this coin and that one into PCGS and see if they'll put it in their holder and just call it, details grade or a genuine or something like that. I'm fascinated because, we've sent in lots of coins that have had altered surfaces, and they put them into holders. So anyway, that's a little bit of a mystery to me right now, so I'll have to do some more research on what they're thinking there. Thanks for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. Please subscribe by clicking on the button up here, and consider watching some more videos by clicking on these links over here. Thanks.